Hi students, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to discuss about class 11's the chapter linear inequality, and it's little bit different but actually the same thing. So our chapter name is linear inequalities, and today's topic is solution of system of linear inequalities in two variables. Again, I'm telling, as I always tell you in my videos, that today I'm going to do system of linear inequalities. That means there will be many linear inequalities to get the solution of. Now, in a previous session already we have done finding solution or solution region of one linear inequality in two variables. So if you want to check that video, you can go to my description box and all videos will be given over there. So let's get started for the topic today. Now, system of linear inequalities in two variables, that means what I told, that there will be many linear inequalities in one question. We have to combine all and solutions of all to be combined, and then finally we will get a common region. Common region is the solution region. Okay, so for that I'm going to choose a question from NCERT book exercise 6.3. The question I'm writing over here, so that I will be drawing the figure in this side. Question I'm choosing, that is 13, question number 13. Okay, it's question number 13. Question is telling that inequalities are 4x plus 3y less equals to 60. This is number one inequality. Second one is y greater equals to 2x. Third one is x greater equals to 3. And fourth one and fifth one written together. This particular one is called non-negativity constraint or non-negativity condition. Okay, that means x and y can't be negative. It can be 0 or positive. Okay, so this is called non-negativity constraint. In place of constraint, you can write down condition also. Okay. Now, there are three main constraints or three main conditions. We need to combine all three individual linear inequalities in one graphical system. For that, obviously we have to draw the graph. And for drawing the graph, we need to find out the points related to the equations hidden in it. So first equation is 4x plus 3y equals to 60. From this, if we get the points, look, I'm doing the calculations little bit in short way. When you will be writing, you please write down with all statements and all. So x and y, so x, y is 16, 15, 0 and 0, 20. One point is like this. Then y greater equals to 2x means y equals to 2x. Y equals to 2x is very simple. Look how I'll be taking, as these are all 5's multiples, So I'll be taking something which will be 5's multiple, then it will be very easy to plot. So suppose x I'm taking 5, y will be 10, x I'm taking 0, y will be 0. Okay, and x greater equals to 3, that means x equals to 3. So it's simple, x equals to 3 is the parallel line, y-axis parallel. Okay, so this is the vertical line it will be at x equals to 3. Now let's begin with the graph. So this is obviously a rough sketch. You please do it in your graph copy. I don't have graph facility in my board, that's why. So I'm taking 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so this one 0, 20, this point 15, 0, this point, this one. So we can, I have my scale here, so I can use the scale to draw it, and it would be better, I think. Yeah, it's better. So like this. So we have got the line here. This one is 15, 0. This one is 0, 20. Next one is 5, 10. So it's 5, 10 means this point, and 0, 0 itself. So again I'm trying to place it on the points, and I got the line here. I'm not writing the points now. Okay. Then the third one is x equals to 3. That is the vertical line at 3. So 3 will be like here or somewhere. So it will be a vertical line like this. Okay. Okay, now I'm just writing it. This is 4x plus 3y equals to 60. This one is x equals to 3. This one is y equals to 2x. Right? Now coming to that verification process that I discussed in the last video. Okay. So I don't need this. Yeah, I need it. But I'm writing all these things here once. Y greater equals to 2x, x greater equals to 3. Non-negativity constant is there in my head, so no problem with it. Okay. We will choose the first line first. Okay. So I'm putting any point either this side or this side. I'm taking 0, 0 because that is the easiest one to calculate with. So from this number 1 inequality, number 1 putting 0, 0, in left hand side, then what we are getting, 4 into 0 means 0, 3 into 0 means 0. Now 0 plus 0 less equals to 60 or not? Yes, and this is true. So this is true. True means the region will be towards the origin. Therefore, region is towards the origin. Because we have put origin here and we have got true statement. So region will be towards that point, that means origin. Now this is not strict inequation sign, this is slack inequation sign. So we will be touching the line and randomly we'll be drawing the arrows. Okay, then we will be doing, I'm grabbing this one for the second one. Now second one we can't take the origin because second one is going through origin. So we will take either this side point or this side point. I'm choosing this one, 5, 0. Okay. So number 2, this is number 2. Number 2, putting 5, 0, we get left hand side equals to 0 and right hand side equals to 2 into 5, that is equals to 10. Okay, now 0 greater equals to 10. 0 greater equals to 10. No, it's not true. That means it's false. False means therefore region will be away from, which is the point 5, 0. This side is the point and away from the point, that means this side, left hand side. So again slack, so we will be taking it like random. Okay, you must be thinking that the figure is looking so hazy that you can't understand anything, but the problem is, or you can say this, the easiest method for understanding the linear inequalities figure is to follow step by step. Don't go on to the figure directly, rather you know your basics and then you apply the basics here. Okay, so we have got this, then x equals to 3, but x greater equals to 3, that means this side, this, like this, greater equals to 3, that means this side obviously. Now the thing is that we have to now choose that which part is having which common part. Obviously in the first quadrant. Why in first quadrant? Because of the non-negativity constant that I told, that x and y can't be negative. In all other 3 quadrants, either x negative or y negative or both negative, which can't be taken. X and y both simultaneously must be positive if that constant is given. So that is called non-negativity constant. So we need to follow that non-negativity part also. That means we need to find out in the first quadrant which region or which part of the first quadrant having all 3 lines arrows. Okay, and if you can check, then you will be getting, minutely you have to check, you will be getting this triangular part which I am shading now. Okay, this triangular part. I don't know whether you are being able to see it or not, but this is the triangular part. Now look, for this line, this is the second line, we have got this side. For the first line, we have got this side. For the third line, we have got right hand side. That means you can see that inside this triangle, we have all 3 sides, all 3 lines, arrows. So this is the solution. Okay, this is the solution region. Now class, 6.3 is this 6.3. That means you have to just, question is solve the following system of inequalities graphically. That means you need to just shade it, nothing else, and then you can give the name also. There is no problem with giving the names and all. So ABC, this triangle ABC is the final solution region. Okay, understood? And that you have to write obviously in the answer. So this is the way it can be done. Okay, I hope you all have understood it. Now we will be doing some of the questions from miscellaneous too. Now, okay, let me finish this one first. This one question only I have chosen from exercise 6.3, but there are 15 questions. All questions are similar questions. You have to draw the line, you have to choose a point, then you have to check it whether true or false, then you have to put arrows in the visible region. That means which side this is away from or towards the point, like this. And then you have to find out the common region in first quadrant, because all questions are having, I think, no, not all questions, some of the questions are having non-negativity constant. Those who are having non-negativity constant, for those we need to find out in the first quadrant common part. Wherever non-negativity constant is not there, we will be choosing as per the given question. Okay, understood? Okay, so let's move on to the next topic, that is our miscellaneous exercise. So in the miscellaneous exercise, some of the questions are really very similar that already we have done in exercise 6.1. Number one question, sorry, not question number, solve the inequalities in exercise 1 to 6. So I'm choosing a question from this, that is number 6. Number 6, miscellaneous number 6. This is 7 less equals to 3x plus 11 divided by 2 less equals to 11. Now look, what is different here? Everything is actually same, but just you can see there are two operations together given. Okay, two inequalities given. Now somebody can break it into two and then complete it. Otherwise you can do it directly, means in one step. So I'm showing that. First we need to omit this 2. Now 2 is the denominator, so we will multiply 2 throughout. That means 7 into 2 less equals to 3x plus 11 into 2 divided by 2 less equals to 11 into 2. Now look, inequality signs are not changed because I have multiplied positive number, not negative number. 2 will be cancelled out, so it's coming 14 less equals to 3x plus 11 less equals to 22, right? Again, subtracting and addition, subtraction and addition doesn't hamper the inequality signs. So 14, it's plus 11, so we will make it 0. That means minus 11 everywhere. Excuse me. So it's 3 less equals to 11 cancelled. 3x less equals to 11. Now we need to take x alone. That means 3 is multiplied here, so we have to divide it by 3 throughout. Again, positive numbers division, so it doesn't hamper. 3 will be cancelled out. 1 less equals to x less equals to 11 by 3. And this is the final solution. This is the final solution. You can keep it like this if there is nothing written, Or suppose the question is solved for real x. That means x belongs to the closed interval 1, 11/3. This will be the answer. Closed interval, why? Because these two are slack inequality signs. Okay, that's why. If it is strict, then it will be open interval. Understood? It's very simple. There is no difficulty here. Only you have to finally come to such point where variable is alone. Okay. Then we will be going to the next category where two different inequalities are given. And not together. They are individually given. So I am choosing question number 10 from miscellaneous exercise. Question number 10. It's 5 2x minus 7 minus 3 2x plus 3 less equals to 0. And another one is I'm writing here 2x plus 19 less equals to 6x plus 47. We will solve it first. This one first. So it's 10x minus 35 minus 6x minus 9 less equals to 0. And then 10x minus 6x, that means 4x, minus 35 minus 9, that means 44 less equals to 0. So it's ultimately 4x less equals to 44. That means x less equals to 11. From the first one we have got x less equals to 11. Then the second one's calculation, it will be 2x plus 19 minus 6x. Okay, no, I'm not doing like this. I'm doing a little bit different so that it will be easy to you. 0 less equals to 6x minus 2x plus 47 minus 19. That means 0 less equals to 6x, that means 4x plus 47 minus 19. 47 minus 19 is probably 28, right? So it's 28, that means plus 28. So minus 28 less equals to 4x. That means minus 7 less equals to x. Because minus 28 by 4 is minus 7 less equals to x. Now you have to combine these two together. So the answer will be, okay, this has to be represented in graph, so I will show that one also. This will be minus 7 less equals to x less equals to 11, or you can write x belongs to the closed interval minus 7 comma 11. So this will be the answer mathematically, means here in expressions. Now the question is to represent the solution graphically on number line. That means we need to draw the number line here. We will draw the number line, a very simple number line. Okay, you just use your scale and pen and then a simple number line. Don't make it too big. So suppose this is 0. Now I am taking 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 11 will be here. Okay, this is 11 because we need plus 11. Then minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8. And minus 7 will be here. This is minus 7. As it is closed interval, so we will darken the circle. Closed interval, so we will darken the circle. Then which range? X is between minus 7 and 11. That means from this into this. Okay, this portion is the solution range for x from -7 to +11, and this is the way you have to represent. There is no such means drawing capability and all, because I am seriously very bad in drawing, you can see it. But this is the way, just you have to represent your concept, nothing else. So this is all about today's session, students. I hope you all have understood it, and this is very simple yet very interesting, isn't it? So I hope that now you can apply this in the upcoming all other questions. Okay, so we will meet in the next video with any other topic. Till then, have a good day.